A culture of silence. Over the past 3 months, the 9 on Your Side I-Team has investigated the Cincinnati Archdiocese, the Diocese of Covington, and other Catholic religious orders. Our team looked at how these orders track, monitor, and safeguard the public from priests and brothers accused of child sexual assault. Joining me now, I-Team reporters Craig Cheatham, Dan Monk, and Paula Christian. I want to thank you all for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
You bet. Okay, so what was the genesis of this lengthy investigation?
What prompted it?
Yeah.
We began looking at systemic issues in the Catholic Church, perceived lack of transparency, accountability for priests that had behaved inappropriately with children as a result of disclosures by the Archdiocese of Cincinnati that it had failed to properly monitor Reverend Geoff Drew, who was repeatedly over the years accused of inappropriate behavior with teenage boys, but at that point had never been accused of actually sexually abusing a child. Well, following the news reports about Geoff Drew, an alleged victim came forward and said that Drew had raped him decades ago. And so now Geoff Drew is in jail on a $5 million bond and is charged with 9 counts of rape for the sexual assaults that allegedly occurred decades ago.
Paula, during the break, you said that every rock you turn over, you find something under.
Yeah, I mean, as reporters, whenever you do a story, you don't know what you're going to find. But on this one, every time we picked up a rock, there seemed to be something under it that just seemed not quite right, or just needed further investigation, or were just unanswered questions that nobody would give us straight answers about. And we still have a lot of questions that never got answered, even after 3 months.
Questions such as what, Dan?
Well, I don't think we have the complete list. We have 92 names on our list. We spent weeks, trying to find out everybody who has lived in Cincinnati or worked in Cincinnati and has faced an allegation of sexual abuse of minors. And, there are still people on the broader list that we haven't answered questions to our satisfaction. So, what's happened with the church over 20 years is that they've embarked on a legal strategy that they might pay some damages, but their goal is to preserve the secrets. And they've never fully released all of the information they have on these priests. Until they do that, they're going to be prone to stories like this where people come forward and say, well, what about this guy? Or what about this allegation? And as long as reporters keep looking for it, there is information to find unless the church releases it all.
So you all talk about 92 names. How did you come to 92 names on a list?
Well, we searched through civil complaints against the local diocese, filed on behalf of alleged victims. We looked through media coverage, including our own, going back well over 20 years, criminal complaints, and depositions in some of these court cases, where we would find additional information, as well as websites that are devoted to advocating for survivors and holding pedophile priests accountable.
Pulling back the veil just a little bit, why is investigative journalism so important in a story such as this one?
Well, especially when you're dealing with a church that refuses to come on camera and discuss what they're doing, who refuses to answer questions, who refuses to publish an updated list of credibly accused priests. I don't know where else the public can get information other than through journalists.
And the Covington Diocese doesn't even publish a list. It provides no names. Cincinnati provides 33. Covington provides 0.
So all week long, we're going to see these stories.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for the work you do, and we'll check back in with you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.